Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Let's build a YouTube family together. Can you please subscribe my channel to show me support and help me to grow my channel? This is the third part of the silent protocol. Let's start. The creak of the warehouse door echoed through the empty streets, reverberating off the cracked pavement. Caleb's eyes locked onto the shadowy figure standing in the doorway. His instincts screamed, but it was too late. They had walked straight into the trap. Victoria's grip tightened on his arm. "Don't move," she whispered, her voice harsh. "They're expecting you. You're the target." Caleb felt his pulse race. He wanted to fight, to draw his weapon and take control, but something held him back. There was a calm in Victoria's voice, an edge of truth he couldn't ignore. He glanced at her, his thoughts a blur of confusion and suspicion. How did she know this? "Get down," she suddenly hissed. A crack of gunfire split the silence. The bullet missed Caleb's head by inches, ricocheting off the brick wall behind them. Caleb pulled Victoria down, dragging her into the narrow alley beside the warehouse. His heart was pounding now, adrenaline flooding his veins. He could hear footsteps approaching, fast and measured. Someone was coming for them. He pulled out his gun and checked the clip. It was full. He wasn't going down without a fight. "We're surrounded," Victoria said, her voice low but sharp. "They know who you are, Caleb. They know everything." He shook his head, confused. "Who are they? What's going on here?" "I didn't want to tell you this," she said, eyes darting over their shoulders. "But it's not just about Malenko. You're part of something much bigger. You've been marked for termination." Caleb narrowed his eyes. Termination? By who? She didn't answer immediately. Instead, she reached into her jacket and pulled out a small earpiece, sliding it into her ear. She tapped a few buttons on her phone, then looked at him with a grave expression. "They're using you, Caleb. They've been using you for years. The files that were leaked, they've got your name on them. You're the key to something they want to control." Before he could ask more, a car engine revved loudly behind them, and a black SUV screeched to a halt at the alley entrance. The headlights blazed through the misty rain, and two figures stepped out, both armed and moving with practiced precision. "Get down!" Victoria hissed again, pulling Caleb into a crouch behind a pile of debris. Caleb's mind raced as the two figures advanced toward them, their footsteps heavy and deliberate. They were closing in.
"Who the hell are they?" he whispered. "Operatives. People like us. But worse." The figures were closer now, only a few yards away. Caleb's fingers tightened on his gun. He could feel the weight of the weapon in his hand, the familiar steadiness of it, but the knowledge that he was up against professionals made his gut twist. Victoria's voice broke through the tension. "I need a diversion." "On it," Caleb said, already moving toward the edge of the alley. He darted to the side, keeping low, his back pressed against the cold brick of the warehouse. His mind worked too quickly, but the years of training kicked in. He needed to buy them time. The sound of approaching footsteps grew louder. Caleb threw a rock toward the far end of the alley, the sharp crack of it hitting the wall masking his own movement. It worked. One of the operatives turned, eyes searching the darkness. Caleb seized the moment, rushing at the second operative, knocking him off balance and throwing him to the ground. The first operative whipped around, gun raised, but Caleb was already on him, tackling him to the pavement before he could fire a shot. The scuffle was quick, brutal, and over in seconds. Caleb yanked the weapon from the operative's hand and flipped him onto his stomach, pinning him with a knee to the back. "You think this is over?" Caleb growled. "Who's behind this? Who's pulling the strings?" The operative gasped for air, his face flushed with exertion. "You'll never stop it. The protocols are already in motion." Caleb narrowed his eyes. "The protocols? What the hell is that?" But before the operative could respond, Victoria emerged from the shadows, her gun raised, eyes cold. "Stop wasting time with him. We need to go now." Caleb didn't hesitate. He tossed the operative aside, running with Victoria toward the back of the warehouse, where a narrow fire exit led to a rusty staircase. "Where's the asset?" Caleb asked as they climbed the stairs, the sound of footsteps behind them. Victoria didn't answer immediately. She was focused on the door ahead of them. When they reached it, she paused. "I don't know, but we're getting closer. The real question is, are you ready for what comes next?" Caleb didn't have time to answer. A flash of light burst from the bottom of the stairwell, and a voice called out from the shadows. "You really thought you could run from this, Caleb?" Caleb's heart skipped a beat as he spun toward the voice. A tall figure stepped forward, bathed in the dim glow of a street lamp outside. The man was tall, dressed in black tactical gear, and he had an all-too-familiar face. "Jameson," Caleb muttered, his breath catching in his throat. "Jameson." his former mentor, the one man Caleb had trusted above all others. But now, he was part of the operation. Jameson's lips curled into a cold smile. Did you really think I'd let you disappear? After all the work you've done for us? Caleb's blood ran cold. He had spent years running from his past, but now, the past had caught up with him in the most terrifying way. You're part of this? Caleb asked, his voice hoarse. You set this up. Jameson's smile widened. You don't get it, do you? Caleb, the protocols are unstoppable. The moment you helped us with Grey Raven, you sealed your fate. And now, he took a step forward, voice lowering to a dangerous whisper. Now, it's time for you to finish what you started.